Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your May reading. As always, you can use this for your sun sign, for your rising, and also for your moon. I hope that the tail end here of retrograde is treating you well. As we talked about last month, it isn't something to be feared. There are things that you need to be aware of, and we did cover all of those last month. One thing that's coming through when I channeled energy for you this month was, or channeled information rather, was to scrutinize. And that is really to kind of make sure that you understand things on a very detailed level. So when it comes to any sort of contracts that you're going to be signing, whether it's involving like a new house, a job, or anything where you're going to make a promise or a commitment, you really want to make sure that you ask your questions this month. Whatever's going on in your mind where you need to know, hey, I'm not clear on this, or could you slow down? Absolutely do that. Ask for more time if you can. It's a good time to delay and say, let me sleep on it, or let me take a look at this in more detail and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Also, if you're cornered and someone's asking you for your opinion on something, you can say, that's a great question. Let me do some research and I'll get back to you. Whenever you can delay, research, and then follow up, you're going to put yourself in so much better of a position than if you just sort of speak off the top of your head. So don't be afraid to pause, to ask for help, to ask for time. And then finally, if somebody says something and it sounds a little fishy, definitely look into it this month. Scrutinize. Okay, now let's take a look at your cards and see what positive, negative, and in between is coming through for the month of May. As always, we will expand this afterwards to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny as well. And for those of you that are new, I always split it into 3 parts. So we're starting the second part right now. And as soon as I lay down the Celtic cross here, I will grab a catalyst card to show us how everything is connecting. All right, so let's get your catalyst card, which is sort of that connective tissue, that web that ties everything together, as well as the reaction that gets everything going. So your catalyst this month is trusting your intuition, trusting the guidance from above. This says trusting heaven. It says you are safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. I would go even a little further with this one though. First of all, Archangel Michael is about protection. So when it comes to all aspects of your life, this is why I was saying scrutinize. It's important to protect yourself, not only in your contracts, but also for those of you that don't have a daily ritual before you go to bed and when you wake up, to do like a protection mantra or a prayer, this is a really good time to start that. So during the month of May, put an intention that every day you're going to try to either start or end, or both preferably, the day with some sort of a mantra of gratitude and protection. It's going to help you throughout the day. Okay, so hopefully that helps you a little bit. The other thing is, if you need assistance, this card is also saying for you to seek out the proper guardianship for things. So, for instance, if you needed assistance in a contract, get a lawyer. If you are worried about your own protection, this is a time to involve the appropriate authorities and things like that. So protect yourself, both spiritually and then in real life, depending on what the needs are. Okay, let's take a look now at the cards and see the information up front. We have a beautiful illustration of the Lovers card here. It was reversed, however, and so what I'm seeing with this is to allow things to, don't rush basically, allow things to take a natural course. And if you can, just being close is enough on this, like spending time together. There's different levels of intimacy, and what I'm getting when I look at this one is rushing too quickly to physical, particularly if you're in a new relationship. If you're in a longer term relationship, this can actually be about reigniting the flame, because maybe it's sort of burnt out and you're trying to find a way to be intimate again. So small steps in either direction, because it's about getting closer to someone that you either love or want to get to know better. So the Magician card here is about basically chemistry. And whenever I'm looking at relationships in general, that this card comes through when there's mutual attraction. So again, this card's a little forward. As I look at the illustration, I would say take your time, because attraction is not something you can force. There's a great, I'll be dating myself here, but there's a great Bonnie Raitt song. Do a YouTube search if you don't know who she is. And she says, I can't make you love me if you don't. It's really pretty, and there's been a lot of covers of it. And these two cards are basically the personification of that. So for those of you that are single, though, this is actually good because it's showing that there's a shift in romantic. If you're looking for someone, I should put it that way. If you're looking to meet someone new, the energy is open to that. It may not be immediate, and it may not be where it's expected. That's why the Lover's in reverse. But by being yourself, by allowing things to just happen organically, and I think that's what I was trying to articulate a moment ago, that's how things are going to happen and unravel in a very good way. When we look into your deep past this month, we have Five of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Cups, it's interesting because this one is showing a sort of like a momentum of emotion. Usually there's an opportunity with Five of Cups. You can either succumb to sort of the lower frequency sort of depression that you might feel, or you can sometimes go higher and experience something new. It may not be exactly what you wanted. So there's a lot of sort of curious things that you're working through with your emotions. This is in the past, so I'm hoping, because it's reversed, you're actually turning away from feeling let down or unsure and moving more towards opportunities and allowing new things to come through. When I look at your recent past, we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. As an aspect of your own personality, this is a warning not to ask for too much from other people unless you're in a place where you're always giving. Then that's okay, you're just actually balancing it out. But if you're just feeling like you need a lot of time, remember you always need to sort of like, it's give and take. There needs to be balance. And if there's a person in your life, someone who is just really needs a lot of time and energy, you're in the room with them, you spend time, and then when they leave, you just kind of feel like, oh, all my energy's gone. Sometimes we call them energy vampires, but really, I believe that there's always an acknowledgement on an unspoken level that you decide to give your energy. So this month, decide not to give your energy to that person. And I don't believe in that sort of thing anymore. I think that, yes, there are people who can take and understand that they're getting a lot from you, but there's always a little bit of, I know I shouldn't be interacting with this person. So pay attention to your intuition, tune out anybody who is not reciprocating and giving back, and you should be in good shape. You have a Eight of Swords as your crowning card, which is really talking about keeping your eyes wide open, being aware of anybody's hidden intentions, or again, sort of subversive, under the surface, not great intentions. So if there's anyone in your life, I think it's connected to this person. Again, it's probably someone who needs a lot from you and has a way of making you feel guilty for not giving it to them. This month, let it go, okay? It'll be in your best interest. You have a really great card here in your near future. I'd like to focus on the positive for a moment. Three of Pentacles showing your work is going to be noticed by others. It's a really good time to submit if you're into any like contest, whether you like to bake food, or maybe you're a poet, or or into sports, professional sports. This month is a great time to show off the hard work that you've done. This also correlates to higher education. So for those of you that are thinking about going back to high school, college, or graduate school, this is a time to go back and finish up something. And it's something you've already started, or something that you've already kind of laid the groundwork for. So go for it. It looks very good, and you're supported on that track. When we're looking at your ego and what's really motivating you this month, we have Page of Pentacles. And this one is about looking for new opportunities. A lot of times the page is an announcement. This one is more about finding something. So we just talked about higher education. It could be about finding like a fellowship, a loan, or an opportunity that you actually can afford to do something you didn't think you could. But it's going to involve research, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the work that you put into it. You'll find something where it's going to open up so many doors. So don't be afraid to do research. Don't expect everything to come to you this month. And also, it's a hands-on month for and this is common across all of the readings this month, but I really want you to be hands-on with your money. So in fact, it's a better month to, unless you're trying to like accrue frequent flyer miles or something, but pay with cash, or if you pay with card, pay it off. Like I do it bi-monthly. Every couple weeks I'll pay off my card so I never have a balance. So I want you to be really on top of your money so that you always know how much you have, how much you need, what you need to put in your savings. And when we're looking at your environmental sort of contributions and effects here, what I'm seeing is you could have this creative flow that's coming through, and it could come unexpectedly. So for those of you that are creative, please tap into it. It looks like you could really have a productive month. For those of you that are a little bit more practical and you know, really think, I'm not an artist, I don't write music, whatever. What this is about is actually doing something fun and expressive in your life. So that could include dancing, creating something like even, I mean, I actually think this is an art form, but if you're more like handy and you like working on cars or with wood or whatever like that, maybe doing something with wood crafting or restoring an old car, there's something creative that's going to allow you to express yourself. And if you're just really business oriented, this is about solutions that can come through, creative solutions to, you know, staffing problems, or, you know, coming up with a new curriculum for education or something. So use your creative, I guess it's about like research, development, and ingenuity, not just art. So there's creative problem solving and unusual sort of inspiration that can come through this month that can benefit you no matter how you decide to apply it to your life. As we look towards the end of the month, there could be a very strong air sign coming in for you. Slightly younger, we're looking probably 20s, 30s, and this is someone who comes in unexpected. If that person doesn't show up, it's actually an aspect of your personality, which is saying towards week 3 and 4, really good for you to be outspoken. So if you do need things, or if you want to set limits, middle to latter part of the month, more beneficial, and people will be more receptive. Your final card is one of movement. We have the Fool and the Fool reversed. What I like about this one is we have a beautiful moth or butterfly, I think it's a butterfly, but it's about transformation. So there's a change that's coming through for you. A lot of times when I see the Fool, it's about deciding to go out and travel, or making a very bold move, one with risks associated with it, but without risks, sometimes there's no gain. So this is reverse, which if we combine it with your channeled information, it's okay to take a risk, but be open to other people scrutinizing your idea and asking you, have you thought of this? It's not them not supporting you, they just actually want to make sure you're prepared. And likewise, I want you to do that for yourself. So don't be afraid to think, all right, like I'm ready to go on a backpacking trip across Europe, but where exactly am I going to stay, and how long do I want to do this, and how far will my money get me? Like, ask all the questions, and then by all means do something exciting. Or if you're ready to start your own business, or buy your first house, or start a family, all of these things require research. Do the research and then go for what you're dreaming about, because again, that's what makes life enjoyable, to set goals, to try something new, and to experience the ups and downs associated with that. So let's now expand your forecast and take a look and see what's coming in for your health over the course of this month. Your health card this month is Let It Go, and this has come through for many signs. I only mention this just to let you know that there's sort of like a universal energy that's working through all signs this month. But so for health, it's a good time to let go of anything that you've been trying to give up. So caffeine, nicotine, other substances, legal or illegal, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying this is a good month to like detox and clean out. The other thing is, this is about just kind of like taking a deep breath, meditating, and getting outside, letting go of all of the stress, the frustration, the need to sort of like control things. So let it go. When we look now at your wealth card, a reminder that this can include school, work, other sort of opportunities in your life. It doesn't have to just be money, but it usually involves your relationship to money, which is why I call it wealth. So for you, the wealth card this month, it's so interesting, this comes up a lot. What do you feel? And so what it's telling me here is two things. Don't allow your emotions to rule your finances. Make decisions based on facts, not on feelings. And I mentioned this for someone else, but don't compare yourself to other people when it comes to your financial situation. The other thing that this is about is think bigger than what you maybe initially thought you could do. This is actually about expanding your horizon. So if you feel trapped in your job, if you feel trapped in your financial situation, since there is a card here of a bold change, this might be a completely different, and this also this card of doing higher education. If your finances allow for it, this might be about going back to school and changing your career. This could be about deciding to stay at home and be with your family. Maybe you're a stay-at-home dad and you want to spend more time with your daughters and your sons, or you want to you need a break from doing something. So this is about a major change, or doing something really bold and deciding to, like, create a business, etc. But as I said before, it can't be emotionally driven. It has to be based on facts, and you have to do your homework. Once you've done that and you still feel like you want to do it, go for it. We looked at health, wealth. Now it's time to take a look at your love card, which shows not just romantic relationships, but relationships across the board. Family, loved ones, friends. And your love card this month is focus on the feeling of love. It says, look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So really what this is about is not being hypercritical. Assuming the best. And I had a great Reiki teacher who once told me, when I was experiencing a negative situation with someone who I felt didn't like me, she said, everybody in your life at their highest self is connected to you because of love. You came here to teach each other lessons. You love each other outside of this planet and this ego. So if you can take it to a place of love, for instance, if someone is jealous of you, really what the jealousy is from is they admire something, and instead of being motivated, they sort of want what you have. So they'll either try to pull you down or steal it or pull you into their circle. So even though it's not good, or they feel like they can only have you, all of these things actually come from love. It's not a beautiful form of love, but it's love nonetheless. When you realize it's because they like you, then you can let go of some of the feelings of, I hate you, or why are you doing this? You're trying to hurt me. You always want to protect yourself, as I said. But if there's a way to bring things back to a place of love, it's great. For those of you that aren't feeling threatened, what this is saying, the best way to attract love in your life is to live love, is to focus on doing things you love, surrounding yourself with people that focus on love in their own life and are sort of happy, and you yourself should be cultivating that within your own person. So again, whether it's you enjoy doing pottery or reading books or whatever, I want you to find something that brings you joy, and hopefully find joy in everything that you do. And that will elevate your energy, and you're going to notice a shift, and people that come in are going to be much more bright when it comes to their aura and their personality. So for your final card, which is the Destiny card, we have Justice. And this has come through a lot as well. And the Justice card this month in reverse is saying, check yourself. Make sure that what you're doing is for the right reason, and make sure that you trust everyone else. Again, that scrutiny is going to come across every card this month, which is just ask questions and make sure that everything is in its right place. All right, so let's review everything and bring it into focus for you. Your channeled information this month was to look at details, ask tough questions, in essence, to scrutinize. Your catalyst was to protect yourself, and then also if you're at a place where you're ready to sort of let things go, you can trust that you're being guided. Pay attention to the signs. Call on Archangel Michael for assistance. The cards themselves are reminding you to be subtle, to allow love to come to you, not to force love in any situation. When we look at past lessons, it's to let go of the pain of the past and really focus on the opportunity. And part of what you can do to help with that is to distance yourself from anyone in your life that is too much of a taker and not enough of a giver. This is a great time to look at furthering your education, no matter where you are in your educational sort of journey. And this can also just be about reading and expanding knowledge, joining a circle, a meditation circle or prayer circle. Whatever you want to do, there's consciousness expanding activities this month, and that's really something that you can benefit from. Taking an active role with finding new money opportunities, utilizing the creative flow of energy that's coming no matter what it is you do for a living, taking advantage of the last 2 weeks of the month to speak your mind, and then at the end of the month, after you've done all of your deep soul searching and question asking, you'll be ready to take your risk or take your chance. For health, letting things go, letting old habits go, detoxifying this month. Trying to just focus on going above the expectations. Don't compare yourself to others. Think much bigger when it comes to your finances, what the big picture is, what what your purpose is on the planet, not just what you're going to do to pay for the bills this month. Look longer term and start to make plans for that. For love, focusing on being in a state of love and ecstasy and enjoyment, and being around people who are playful and fun-loving. Finally, making sure that you do the right thing in your life and that you encourage those around you to also act in a way that is just and kind. All right, so that's everything for this month. I hope that you gained what you needed as far as clarification, knowledge, and really just being comfortable with what's next, what's coming around the bend. If you ever need more information or would like to just chat about your own future, about your own spiritual growth, I do offer one-on-one sessions, and I'll put a link at the end of the video so you can look at that. You can also donate if you found that this was helpful. I'll put a link for that as well. To join me on social media, you can look in the description, and I'll have links to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you. Every month you guys are great with all of the likes, the subscribes, and comments. And you have a lot of choices for who to go to. So thank you for allowing me to spend half an hour or so with you to talk about what's coming through. So much love to you. Take care of yourself. Remember, this is a month to both protect yourself and to also allow yourself to experience love. They are not necessarily separate things. You can do both. So I think if you do that, you're going to be in a great place by the time we get into June. All right? Wishing you all the best. Much love and success. Take care. Bye-bye.